Every so often I come to the vlog and realize that I don't have much to talk about. I mean, I have a ton of ideas that I write down on my phone whenever the fancy strikes me, but what happened today is that I've run out of time and I don't have the ability to kind of sit down, write out exactly how I want these vlogs to go. So I thought I would just take a little bit of a story that happened recently and talk about that. Monday was Canadian Thanksgiving, and the reason why Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving on a different day as Americans is I don't know, so go on Wikipedia. On my way back, I thought, you know what I should do? I should stop by and visit my grandmother. So that's what I did. I stopped off in her little town, and she made me lunch, and even though she's almost 91 years old, she still lives by herself and is able to do most things by herself. She walks everywhere, goes out, does things. She's not just a shut-in and, having her mind fail on her. She's still pretty with it. The province in which I live in, Alberta, and it's quite possibly this is a Canadian-wide thing. I'm actually not quite sure about that, but the municipal elections are this coming Monday, which means I get to go elect my mayor, my councilman, my school board trustees. And the question came up about whether or not I was going to vote, and of course the answer is yes, I'm going to vote. And we have an awesome mayor in my city who happens to be Muslim, in a Western Canadian province, which is very mind-boggling, but it is true. We do have a Muslim mayor of our town, and he is amazing. Anyways, the race or religion of my mayor should not matter, but it does to a lot of people. And my grandmother asked me if I was going to vote for him, and I said yes, and she said, yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Does he wear a turban? And I was like, no, he doesn't, but why? And she went on to say that she would never vote for anyone who wore a turban, because she feels that they left their home country because it was so terrible. Why should they be able to come over here and tell us how to run our country? Like I said, very sweet near 91-year-old lady. I don't want to get into an argument about casual racism and why that is wrong. But I thought, is that something that most people would start to confront their family members about? Specifically, like older aunts or older grandparents. Said we were able to have a very nice tea together, have lunch. It was fantastic. We got to talk about some other things that were going on, and we kind of just brushed past that. And what could have been a very much more awkward situation. Still, casual racism is something that we should acknowledge, and especially if there is a way to show that it is absolutely wrong, then we should. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where there was this stigma attached. I'm talking like even in the 90s, there was this stigma attached to gay people. The simple fact that in such a short amount of human history that we went from gay people are the worst to, no, they're pretty cool, is remarkable. And I feel that the same could be said for any race, religion, creed that people have out there. I don't care whether you have a turban on, I don't care what color of skin you are, what gender you are, who you like to have in your bed with you. It all matters to me on your policies. If I don't agree with your policies, then obviously I'm not going to vote for you. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to run, that doesn't mean that you don't have the right to do that if you live in this country. Which I realize like the vast majority of people agree with, but there is still that insidious thing where people are super open-minded and there's still that one part of them that can't accept a certain group. Gay rights and stuff are still something lots of people are fighting for, and they're still not completely there, at least in the United States. In Canada, they have had marriage for years and years, and we haven't imploded yet. I think transsexuals are the next big wave of people that are going to have those rights addressed for themselves. Anyways, that's my scattered thought process. This wasn't really well thought out, so leave some comments down below. Who do you think is a group that is unfairly characterized or unfairly stereotyped? My name's Kyle, I'm a white privileged male, and you'll see my opinions next Thursday. Or something dumb like that. I really enjoyed this film, guys and girls. In some rube, which is you, to pay them money to get really nothing out of it.